trapping.
We're just gonna start off from where we left.
Hey, what's up, people? Welcome back to the Boy Podcast. I'm Jacob.
I'm Braylen.
And, this is episode 32. And this is our second take. So that's fun. They finally back.
Yeah.
But since we missed you last week, how was the last week been treating you?
It's been okay. I suck. Come on. He's a dog. Yeah, stay away. Shit.
We got cats out here.
Are we done? This sucks. Been a week.
And as you guys know, I'm taking the first time to talk about it, and the last time I talked about it, I just want to kind of talk the most because it's the way you won't wake everybody up.
Yeah.
Because credit 11 p.m. and what's the business. But once we get settled into the new house, things should be more manageable. We could do this move day for God knows how long now. Very over it, but getting close to the end. And if you guys had an amazing Labor Day and Labor Day weekend, and you guys know we filmed episodes a week prior. So, yeah, glad to have Braylen back. Last week was kind of, I love to put a shout out for Hunter and Kirby for showing up. For the podcast at such short notice. But I appreciate them. I appreciate them for that. It was a while for the podcast. So and now we're back. Now we got the podcast back on its feet, and then now we're just going to continue back on with different topics. We're going to add more different topics for the podcast in the future. And but yeah, so I'm see we're in a different area, and we kind of enjoy this in different areas a lot lately. But like I said, once we get to the new house, I get my room set up. We'll have like a little area for the podcast, kind of how we improved it. So I'm not sure your heads up, but how have you been?
I've been alright. Very tired.
Yeah.
That's COVID. I've been pretty good, I guess. Like, just tired, laying in bed all day.
Yeah.
That's about it. And school. Yeah, sadly.
Yeah. And since it's that time of year, friggin' school. Oh my god. But hey, hope you guys have a good 3-day weekend for Labor Day. For the ones still in school, school's a frickin', you know what? I mean, typically I'm supposed to be a senior, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But I'm a junior, so that's fun. And yeah, but I got this year and that's good. I got this year and next year, and then I'm done with school. And I was supposed to my last year, but you know, shit happens. But you're a sophomore? Damn, you know.
Yeah.
Shit, all my friends are like junior, seniors now.
Yeah.
Or they're already going to school. But yeah, so fuck. But yeah, this is episode 32.
Yeah.
32 weeks we've been doing this podcast, which is crazy because we started back in February. It's been a long time since then, about 7 months since we started the podcast. It's been one hell of a year. But we still got September, October, and December. I totally skipped November. we still got September, October, November, and December. There we go. Until we Oh, no, we still got January too until we reach a whole year of the podcast. But yeah, but until then, we're just gonna keep writing episodes for you guys. Alright, so we're finally now past the 5-minute mark here. And so the topic for this week is aliens. So doing stuff on aliens. So basically, are aliens real or aliens fake? But I guess I'll ask you, Braylen, how the conspiracy theorists out there like to put it is like, do you believe aliens are real or are they a hoax?
I mean, same as some green creatures flying around Earth, like outer space, kind of. I don't know, it sounds kind of like hard to believe, but you never know. I mean, pretty weird stuff is in this world, not gonna lie.
And this episode comes on after last week's episode of mythical creatures and whatnot. So since last week was on mythical creatures, I guess aliens are also kind of considered a mythical creature. I guess. But anyway, I don't know, because aliens are like, because aliens, we've kind of known of them for a very long time, but it's just a matter of like actually knowing that they exist. Kind of like there's a lot of other mythical creatures like Bigfoot. Bigfoot's been an old mythical name, but yeah, I don't think anyone's trying to find their shit online on YouTube, but a lot of that shit's on clickbait. Yeah. Like, oh, I found Bigfoot. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, exactly.
But when it comes to like paranormal stuff, I definitely believe, because I've myself have had a few paranormal experiences. Not any that I feel like I've caught on camera. Unfortunately, would have loved if that happened, but that way I could share that with you guys. But that's a different topic, and we already kind of had a podcast topic on paranormal activity, which we could do that again in the future. But this one's about aliens and freaking. Where's the thing here? Alright, so I'm just going to search aliens. So I just pulled up basically the Alien movie. It came out in 1986. There was one that came out in 1979. Oh yeah, it was a sequel to it. So the first one was 1979, the second one was in 1986. So 7 years. So this is a sequel called Aliens. The first one's called Alien. We have got a few things here, like how are aliens born? Aliens are a social life forms with a caste system ruled over by a queen. A life cycle compromises several distinct stages in beginning their lives as an egg, which hatches a protozoal larval form known as a face hugger, which then attaches itself to a living host by, as its name suggests, latching onto its face. Interesting. Some Wikipedia too. How many versions of aliens are there? Oh wow. Also officially list of comics. Films and television, original series Alien 1979, Alien 1986, Alien 3, 1992. Obviously just giving up the Alien movies. Alien Resurrection 1997 was fourth. Crossover series Alien vs. Predator 2004. And then there's Alien vs. Predator with Return 2007, the prequel series from 2012, Alien Covenant 2017. So there's a lot the movies that built up from the very first one from 1979, which is cool. It shows that aliens are kind of big in our world, even though, well, that's just for the film. It was just for the film. Oh my god.
There he is, man.
If you guys want to see what he's talking about, I'll show you guys here in a second when we do the screen recording. We're still kind of early on until we do that, until we get to halftime. Shut Discord. I don't even know why it's not Discord right now. But anyways, so but I think I'll go back on read a little bit here until we get to like the pictures and stuff. Search bar, area 51. So here on Rochester, University of Rochester website. Now the American Space Agency has announced its convincing a commission to investigate UAPs. If it's handled well, the commission could do more than shed much needed light on UAPs footprint. It could also give Americans a master class in the most basic, important, and unfortunately most boring topic in science. Standards of evidence. As Frick explained, scientists have the technology to scientists have the technology to dedicate biosignatures which occur when a distant planet is closed in a biosphere, which life alters that host world's atmosphere by suggesting, in other words, signs of life. But as exciting as the prospect is, we will never be able to claim we found life without those all-important standards of evidence. Right? And those standards state clearly and precisely that has everything to do with UFOs and NASA. NASA is quite a big part of the whole alien thing. As well, perhaps when NASA dedicates life elsewhere in the universe, the finding will come with the weight of the standards of evidence being noted by the agency according to Frank. So basically, it's just not trying to find it, just trying to find life out in the universe in general, which that we don't know of yet, I don't think. Because all of this was recent to July 25th, 2022. So maybe they're actually doing that now. They're trying to find life up in space, or the universe, they say. And here, have we already been visited by aliens? Oh yeah, this is a long one, it's going to be a little bit of it, but on October 19, 2017, a Canadian astronomer named Robert Worth was reviewing images captured by a telescope known as Pansero when he noticed something very strange. The telescope situated atop Kalakaua, a 10,000-foot volcanic peak on the island of Maui, and it scans the sky each night, recording the with the world's highest mission camera. It's designed to hunt for near-Earth objects, which are mostly asteroids, whose paths bring them into our planet's astronomical neighborhood and which travel at an average velocity of some 40,000 miles an hour. The Dollywise works intentional is moving more than 4 times that speed at almost 200,000 miles per hour. Pretty, like, you can't comprehend, like, I can't even, like, see, like, how fast that is, like, in real time.
You can't see that difference.
Well, cause, like, if you think, like, from our point of view, when you see, like, a car pass by like, on the highway, like, say, like, 70, like, 80 miles per hour, that's fast. It's like, but it's just, but that's just, like, speed of, like, a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Like, just, like, you didn't know it even happened. Like, that's a crazy speed. And doing that, like, back to space. Like, we've seen, like, movies and shit, like shit up there, like, it looks like it's moving very slow. But if it's moving that fast, but looks that slow.
How much gravity affecting the speed of that?
I don't know, that just tells you, like, how big, like, the space in the universe is. How, like, there's just so much unknown out there that we don't even know. It's really hard, it's weird like that, because like, that's how aliens could be out there that we don't count on it, because they probably have like a way of hiding or something, or any other like space species or whatever that we don't know of, but it's fucking weird. Anyways, work with other colleagues who began tracking the dot from other puzzling is behavior seeing the object was small area of fleet out of the city block as it tumbled through space. It brightens very so much by a factor of 10 to have a very odd shape. Either it was long, swing around the sun on a vertical path, it was in a way more or less in a straight line. The bright dot astronomers concluded it was something never before seen. It was an stereo object visitor from the far star system that was just passing through in the giant nomenclature of the International Astronomical Union. It became known as 11/2017. One more effectively known as Delphi, pronounced from the Hawaiian meaning of roughly sky. Anyways, that's all I'm gonna read for that. There's so much shit on this. Anyways, I'm gonna show you that's what we were talking about earlier as far as pictures of aliens. Starting the screen recording. 3, 2, 1. So up here pulls up the second young so the images. So obviously this is what we believe aliens look like. And then we have different other ones. Yes, it's just the generic things that we look like. That's an interesting photo. Now, who's here? Well, what is this? If you want to know aliens will be like, just look at reference picture, but I have a belief in it with like the avatars from the Avatar movie, which the second one is coming out in December. So, very stoked about that. It's been like 12 years turning into the movie. Those are the before movies, but it takes so long to make these movies that like it takes like 10 years to like get it come out. Yeah, and it's supposed to be 4 movies, I guess. Yeah. I don't know, we have E.T., who was not far off the journey. Nick never seen the movie last yeah, he does. Yes, that's interesting. Then you got Stephen Hawking. I don't think they believe Stephen Hawking was to be an alien. This is Stephen Hawking, one of the most brilliant minds in a black hole in Trump. I feel like I saw them practically in the movie. They look completely different. They look like living in isolation, which is a cool horror game. I haven't played it yet, so it's really good. But this is a different way that we're also supposed to see into that. I don't know if it means it's just to look more intimidating. Yeah. I don't know. But we have different, I think those are like the 2 different ways that we believe aliens will look like. I don't know if like, this is like the fictional way that they look like, and then, I don't know if that's like the fictional way. I don't know if this is like the fictional way they look like, and this is like the actual way they look like, I don't know. But yeah, I know it's freaking weird. What's that? But yeah, so I'm just gonna hop over on YouTube here now. Page here. Anyway, so I'm just gonna search. See what pops up. Aliens stole my sentence 8 hours ago.
I'm so far. Alien was pretty good.
10 times aliens were time killing, but that's watch mojo though. Their shit's not. Stephen Hawking freaking was told to leave her 4 years ago. Ancient aliens, metallic fragments sent by ETs. 4 weeks ago. Ancient aliens, powerful purpose given contact 10 months ago. Ancient aliens, secret Egyptian temple hides dark secrets. 1 month ago. This is Bill Clinton on the Crypto Global initiated in aliens. So then we can get straight into halftime when it comes, but not too far off from halftime. So anyway, we just get that set up here. I got control on this thing. I was a lot more recent.
Yeah, they were.
I wasn't expecting for them to be that recent. But we're kind of like in the 2020s now, so I could only imagine we've developing technology to be able to find an image or whatever. Or I don't freaking know, just like a futuristic kind of spaceship like that. But anyway, so we're at the halfway point, and after this halftime, we'll kind of look through these videos and try to see like the ones that we think are real, ones that we think are art, stuff like that. And so we can enjoy the halftime. Yeah, so nothing really happens halftime, but yeah, so this one's kind of target aliens. My next half will be seems videos on aliens, or something like that, just so everyone and Braylen will discuss the shows you think are real or not. So yeah, but it was a quick chit chat, and we gotta do the halftime. Play halftime in 3, 2, 1.
Alright guys, so I'm back. Wait, I forgot what I was going. Oh yeah, I had COVID. Yeah, so I haven't been here for like a week or about a week, huh?
Yeah.
It was about a week. That was fun. Didn't go to school for like a week, so I had like 800 missing assignments. Yeah, but like and subscribe. Yeah, like and subscribe and turn on post notifications, and yeah, that's what I have to say, you know. Yep.
Even though we still got 5 minutes for this damn halftime, but
yeah. What should we talk about?
I have no idea.
Huh. It's quite embarrassing. What should we talk about, bro? I don't know what we should talk about. I'm not failing any classes, you know? That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Still cry myself to sleep at night.
Oh.
Not true. Only sometimes.
Only sometimes.
Shit, I don't even know. Shit, you know what's funny? It's been 2 years and I haven't gotten COVID, and then I got COVID.
Yeah.
Literally the dumbest shit ever.
I've never gotten it. Like, that I'm aware of. It was just bizarre. It happened. I don't know. I mean, it happens, but you know, I don't know. It just has, you know. I mean, obviously, last week I had to manage it myself.
Yeah.
But I did it with Kirby and Hunter virtually, not because obviously, but yeah, it was fun. Still got trying to get settled into the damn house, the new house. It is about September 3rd, the day we're filming this, so hopefully by the time this podcast is out, which is going to be the 10th of September, we're going to be moving into the new house. And that way we can, by then when we actually sell, we might have better ideas for you guys as far as half times go and whatnot, since we kind of been pulling out half times out of our ass past couple of weeks. But yeah, so that's just freaking, it's been a long past few months. It's been a long past few months ever since April trying to get this freaking move up and going, I guess. I don't freaking know. But that COVID thing was sure interesting.
Yeah, it was. I was gonna say something, which I was gonna say. Yeah, I'm not even I was gonna say.
Yeah, hopefully when we also get settled into the new house, things should be, easier to film, whatever. Since basically been homeless for the past, almost a month now. Or about a month, I guess. So that's freaking fun. That's why I kind of wish Mom didn't have to buy a brand new house just so that we could just move right into a house. But it had to be a brand new one, which is nice, but I mean, come on. I mean, I'd rather live in a house than not. I'm glad we're still living in the rental, but still. But yeah. And let's see, fall's coming up, which means spooky season's around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to do a special episode for that. And then after that, it'll be the holiday season and all that jazz. But yeah, this is the area we're gonna be filming the podcast, since I know we've kind of been jumping from different places of how we're doing the podcast. But like I said, once we get settled into the new house, I get the whole room set up, and then that's when we'll be doing the podcast, kind of like how me and Kirby did for a while there. But yeah, this is how half times are for right now, so bear with us. No, quite not the best, but just want to let you know that this doodah is back.
Sadly, I'm just kidding.
Hopefully he doesn't get the Rona again.
Fucking monkeypox, bro.
Monkeypox.
Out of there, bro.
Oh yeah.
That shit away from me, bro. Fucking bumps on me. That's weird, bro.
Yeah, any last words you want to say before we get back to the podcast?
Just like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys when we're back on the podcast.
See ya.
And we're back. Well, back from the halftime there. Like I said, another halftime. Anyway, here. Alright, so. Do the screen recording on these videos here. Here's a good thing. Keep the sound cool.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
So, what do you remember from that moment on?
When I regained consciousness, it wasn't real quick. It wasn't real walking right up. It was real slow.
Hold on, guys. Turn up a little bit more.
Oh, I say you better put on 30.
It was dim. My consciousness was kind of like in and out for a while. I didn't know where I was. The pain and the feeling that I was mortally wounded. Something was
A little bit more.
Yeah.
Let's try 50. No, rewind it back a little bit.
From that moment on.
when I regained consciousness, it wasn't real quick. It wasn't real walking right up. It was real slow. It was dim.
Oh my God.
My consciousness was kind of like in and out for a while. I didn't know where I was. The pain and the feeling that I was mortally wounded, something was so wrong inside. I felt like I was dying. And this is what really fueled the panic when I finally laid eyes on these creatures. Of course, all of the mental programming that we get from Hollywood that aliens are invading monsters, didn't help. But I instantly associated this feeling of dying with pain with them. So I was combative immediately.
Where were you?
I was lying on my back on a raised table. There was a light above me.
So like every experience, I guess.
It was not real bright. It was not so bright that I couldn't, see the outline of the fixture, but
What did the fixture look like?
kind of like that, only much larger. Just a soft glow. And in the movie, there's a little bit of striking on the part of the aliens against me. That didn't happen. I lashed out at them. The one closest to me, I felt really weak. I didn't have enough strength to do much. So when my arm contacted him, he just fell back very unexpectedly easy into the other one. And I rolled off the table in the other direction. And they came around the table, and the three of them were coming towards me. And I just grabbed something from behind me, an object off of the shelf there, and started swinging it at them.
What was the object?
It was just some large, long cylinder or rod, glass, some clear material. I wasn't studying it. I was looking at them and swinging wildly, screaming threats. They stopped. And I was planning on attacking more fully, just making way past them. The only doorway I could see was on the other side of them.
And it looked like a doorway?
Yeah, it looked like a doorway, just,
And what did they look like?
I guess it's a pretty typical description nowadays. Very large eyes, hairless, two eyes, nose, mouth. I didn't see them speak or no change in the expressions. And to me, that in the face of all the screaming and the fear that I was projecting, their lack of reaction probably just added to my panic. But
Did they feel like they were a living creature, or did they feel like they were a robot? Like,
Well, they were without expression, I'll say that. But, I've had 45 years to think about that. In more recent years, I think, well, maybe if they're telepathic and it's developed enough to where they don't need to talk, they also don't need facial expression.
Right.
And so their ability to communicate with each other would be much richer and more complete than we have. And speech and frowns or smiles or whatever would become obsolete pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, that is a theory about where human beings are headed. If we continue to evolve, that we will one day reach this point where the biological limitations of our monkey bodies will slowly start to fade away, and we'll have different abilities to
Well, why
communicate.
would we need to frown or
Yeah.
smile if you can say much more?
And also, their musculature, did they look like smooth, like they had no clear muscles?
Yeah, they were pretty smooth, very light. When I hit the one, it fell back into the other one pretty easily, like he weighed hardly anything.
Like a little kid?
Yeah. That was the most terrifying experience of my life. But when I tell this story and try to relate to people, I'm trying to communicate what I experienced and how utterly, utterly traumatic that was and how it was so devastating. I was, on the verge of catatonic for weeks after it happened. But I don't want to relate this story in order to inspire fear, because I've had enough time to think about it that I think that it was unwarranted, that my reaction was just due to my ignorance of the situation. The fact that I was returned at all is pretty significant,
Yeah.
The idea that these beings are just kidnapping people willy-nilly and doing terrible things to them, I don't subscribe to that theory. Now, I try to separate what I actually experienced from things that I've concluded just from thinking about it. But it seems to me that, they've been seen, observed, there have been sightings for all, before I was born.
Had you heard of the Betty and Barney Hill story before you were abducted?
I probably had. But I thought if they had some sort of sinister intentions, it'd be a done deal. They wouldn't be sneaking around, hiding, and I believe with that level of technology. Look at it this way. Human beings, just virtually everything technological that we have is just a few hundred years old. Before that, the most technological thing we had was fire. And in just the last 50 years, the progress of our science has grown to far overshadow everything we had accomplished in thousands of years before that. So I'm thinking what astronomers tell us about these other star systems is that they could be hundreds of thousands, millions, or maybe billions of years older than us. So if we accomplished the kind of technology that we have in a few decades, what is possible with millions of years of development? We couldn't begin to recognize what they're capable of.
Right.
So I think it's presumptuous for people to say, oh, they could never do that.
It really is an interesting conundrum, because we know what we can do and we know where we came from. We have a very clear history of technology when it comes to humans. And we also know that there are planets surrounding stars all throughout our galaxy and all throughout the universe. But we're still skeptical. It's so funny. And
Yeah,
so
it is.
But for a guy like you, who's actually encountered it, even though you saw it, it had to not seem real.
Oh, yeah, you're questioning your sanity for sure. It was like, I was practically catatonic for days afterwards.
Catch new episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience for free, only on Spotify. Watch back catalog JRE videos on Spotify, including clips. Easily, seamlessly switch between video and audio experience on Spotify. You can listen to
JRE in the background while using other apps and can download episodes to save on data costs all for free. Spotify is absolutely free. You don't have to have a premium account to watch new JRE episodes. You just need to search for JRE on your Spotify app. Go to Spotify now to get this full episode of the Joe Rogan Experience.
That was interesting. As we're going to wait for Braylen to get back. Yeah, that was an interesting story by Travis Ball. That's because we're going back to the last 11 minutes of the podcast here. But anyways here. Oh, hunters, what? Search aliens, caught on camera. Says here top 7 insane UFO encounters proving aliens exist. So it's from 11 hours ago. Yeah. So we can do this one. Alright. Start a screen recording. Probably the last screen recording. Start a screen recording. 3, 2, 1.
When you need comfort, go Extreme. Extreme Air and Electric and Train.
Governor DeSantis did great with the senior citizens. He put us first. You have more freedom now, probably more in our state than any other state, because of what the governor is doing for us.
In the 1940s and 50s, reports of flying saucers became an American cultural phenomenon. Sightings of strange objects in the sky became the raw materials for Hollywood to present visions of potential threats. Connected to ongoing ideas about life on the moon, the canals on Mars, and ideas about Martian civilizations, flying saucers began to represent the hopes and fears of the modern world. And that makes us ask the most important question. Are these alleged visitors from other worlds peaceful and benevolent, or would they attack and destroy humanity? If UFOs were visiting our world, where were these extraterrestrials? Could they be hidden among us? In our previous video, we had shown how scientists are baffled by strange holes in the ocean, suggesting alien technology. Could they be hiding in our waters? The link to the video is in the description for you to watch. Scientists and astronomers express varying degrees of enthusiasm for the possibility of intelligent life in the universe. In fact, NASA has officially joined the search party to hunt aliens and UFOs. Welcome to Lab 360, it's time to explore. In June, the US government published a long-awaited report into UFOs. Although the report did not, as many had hoped, admit to the existence of little green men, it did reveal that not only were objects appearing in our skies, but some clearly pose a safety of flight issue, and may pose a challenge to US national security. The Pentagon revealed that it has been taking UFOs so seriously that in 2007, it discreetly set up the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, which has been gathering data on unexplained aerial phenomena ever since. And as you can tell, the topic of alien encounters remains sensitive even till this day. Over the years, various people have claimed to have spotted mysterious unidentified flying objects. Some have said that it looked like a small new moon, others, a very big red glowing ball. Many described it as a slow-moving giant, floating egg, while several proclaimed it to be a noiseless, mysterious disk. And today, we bring to you the 7 most mysterious, yet true sightings of UFOs, from around the world. The Tennessee College campus, 1853. As the day dawned on the 1st of June in the year 1853, students at Burt College in Tennessee noticed 2 luminous, unusual objects, just to the north of the rising sun. One looked like a small new moon, while the other looked like a large star. The Professor A. C. Carnes, who interviewed the students, and reported their sighting to Scientific American, wrote, "The first then became visible again, and increased rapidly in size, while the other diminished, and the 2 spots kept changing for about half an hour. There was considerable wind at the time, and light fleecy clouds passed by, showing the lights to be confined to one place." Wilmington, Delaware, 1860. On July 13, 1860, a pale blue light engulfed the city of Wilmington, Delaware. Residents looking up into the evening sky were surprised to see its source. A 200-foot-long something, streaking along on a level course, 100 feet above. That's not all. There was a trail behind it, at 100-foot intervals, that cruised 3 very red and glowing balls. And a 4th, that abruptly joined the other 3, after shooting out from the rear of the main object, which was giving off sparkles, after the manner of a rocket. Texas, 1897. On April 17, 1897, the residents of Aurora, a small town in Texas, saw an aircraft early in the morning. It seemed to have appeared out of nowhere, made loud noises, and then crashed into a windmill. The UFO is said to have hit a windmill on the property of a judge, by the name of J.S. Proctor. The debris of the crash was spread over several acres, and the body of the pilot, which was badly disfigured, definitely did not seem like an inhabitant of this planet. Hopewell Junction, New York, 1983. In the dead of the night, residents heard a humming sound. Within moments it was clear to all of them that the hovering above them was from something resembling a huge disk. They reported that it had a width comprising about 16 houses, and that it literally covered Jefferson Park. Of course, being dark, it was difficult to discern its exact features. One thing that spooked all of them was that it went silent as a tomb, as it hovered over them. A strange-looking disk and no noise. Scary. After a few minutes, the craft began humming again, turned, and just like that, left at an incredible speed. Stadio Artemio Franchi, Florence, Italy, 1954. It is well known that everyone loves football, but aliens do too? Seems like it, because one time, they came to Earth to see a match. That's right. On October 27, 1954, a crowd of around 10,000 people had gathered to watch a football match. All of a sudden, the stadium was flooded with dazzling lights from a UFO. During mid-game, a roar went up from the crowd, but the spectators had not emitted the sound watching the match. They were looking up at a bright shiny thing, floating in the sky. Many of the eyewitnesses say that it was something that looked like an egg, moving slowly in the sky. Rua, Africa, 1994. Attention! The next class is the Aliens class. School of Aliens, anyone? Yes, this almost happened in Rua, Africa in 1994. The children from the aerial school saw 3 shining balls moving around the sky. When asked about the aliens, the kids said that the aliens had made eye-to-eye contact and communicated to them about the state of the world. They had asked what the people were doing on the planet and about the destruction they were causing. Chicago O'Hare, 2006. November 7, 2006. Several employees and travelers at the Chicago O'Hare Airport saw a weird saucer-shaped metallic aircraft in the sky. Witnesses described the object as extremely silent, somewhere between 6 and 24 feet in diameter, and dark gray in color. They saw the disc-shaped craft hovering over the airport, and were sure it was not a cloud. The object shot through the sky at high velocity, leaving a clear blue hole in the cloud layer. The hole reportedly seemed to close itself shortly afterward, probably looking for a decent place to land. However, the Federal Aviation Administration declined to investigate the incident because the UFO was not seen on radar. They termed it as a weather phenomenon. Real or not, you tell us what you think, and drop in your comments about any other sightings you might know of, and don't forget to subscribe to Lab 360, because in science, we trust. In the 1940s and 50s, reports of flying
Now through Labor Day, buy 2 select tires and get 2 free with paid installation, only at Tire Kingdom.
Just about 4:45, and take a look at this viral video from La Junta in southeastern Colorado. All right, Vivian Gomez wrote on Facebook that her security camera captured this on Sunday morning. There are people on Facebook who say it looks like Dobby from Harry Potter, or a ghost or an alien, or a kid in flip-flops and underwear. We think it looks like Lisa doing her Sunday morning dance. I don't know. Lisa, were you in La Junta on Sunday? I know she was out of town. Give it away. The video has been seen by 11 million people.
That's going to be the new dance craze right there.
What the fuck was that? When the news ain't taken seriously, you know it's real. Oh my god. That's a Denver channel news too.
Damn, Denver.
Imagine that they actually walk. The fact that people nowadays are so unbothered is extremely bothersome. And imagine if we had really encountered an alien, but failed to prove it because people like them turned into a massive joke. I don't even freaking know, but anyways, there goes screen recording. So that was all interesting, and that was one weird way to freaking end off the podcast with that little clip at the end there.
That was so
but anyways, guys, so that is the podcast. So if you guys enjoyed this podcast topic on aliens, it's definitely interesting. We don't know if they're real or fake, but what do you think?
I mean, I don't know. They could be real or fake. You never know.
Yeah. Which I'm not sure either. I mean, that one guy talked about his encounter with aliens.
Redhead Hitler.
Redhead Hitler. Oh my god. Oh god, it's so bad. But anyways, guys, so sorry if this podcast wasn't as as the other ones. But anyways, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm freaking tired.
I am too.
And anything you want to say before I end off, or
like and subscribe.
Yeah. And stay tuned for more podcast episodes. Stay tuned for more content on my main channel. Link in the description. You can subscribe to his channel. Link is also in the description. And yeah, that's about it. So
This has been Sons of the Voice podcast, and we will see, as always, we'll see you guys next week. Deuces.
Trapping.